And never mind, it is a single file train now. Everyone is running that high lane.
That was really lucky enough that Bubble defended that, but now Marcus is going to go to the inside. He runs him off the track. Bubble has to slow down. Discharge around the inside. They're going to side by side for the lead. Bubble, the Wonder Boy. He's over.
To the line, side by side. It's going to be Little Man has a wreck in the back.
On the track, Little Man sent it back into spaces. Little Man spins.
Seen him in a couple past MCRN streams. It is Jagster. Boys, how we feeling? Sin, let's start with you.
Yeah, feeling good. Pretty excited to see how this race is going to turn out. First time in these trucks at this track. I believe, are we at the Super Speedway package for this?
Yes.
Alright, so very, very interesting race today, as it has a little bit of an old look, but it is the modern Echo Park Speedway, but it just has a little modern look, which is going to add a pretty good kick to this race. We have a lot of drivers here that are looking to get their win. I know we did have Ford, who was going to try to get his revenge after last week, but unfortunately he can't make it. So in that case, the people we're looking for revenge today is Carmelo mainly. And then the Snowman Custom Diecast schemes, of course, are always trying to get to the front. But yeah, very iconic track, very interesting track, to say the least, just because we changed it up a bit for today. But yeah, looking forward to this race. It'll be a lot of fun.
Alrighty, Jagster, now you.
Well, it's always nice to return home, just, you know, for me, a personal standpoint, but these trucks run over here fast. And one small mistake can not only send you just around, but destroy you and many other trucks' days. It is terrifying to run these with a pack.
And it definitely will be, and that is why there is a 75 lap rule. What we saw at Daytona will be what we're going to see today. There is 75 laps without draft. It'll be slowly increased, I believe, but it'll be kind of still at first. But remember, once you get to that 75 lap mark, ooh, it's going to be great, and I'm excited. Let's go through the field. I'll get row 1, and Jagster, you get row 2. So row 1, Athen in the number 60 making his second start. I believe he showed up at Phoenix and had an unfortunate race, I believe. But Carmelo looking for revenge in the number 04 Snowman Custom Diecast.
Yeah, and the number 14 Ryder Ali, another Snowman Schemes guy, as well as the number 99 Robloxian. I don't know this guy's name.
It's Robloxian, and then behind him is Cut in the number 51 Snowman Custom Diecast car, and next to him is another newcomer, I believe, which I have no clue what to call him, but we'll call him the 09 for now until we figure out his name. Jackson?
I can't see further in the field, man. My thing's lagging bad. Sorry, my thing's lagging bad.
The number 31 Wolfpack Prime, the Chevrolet. And next to him is Grez, and then the 38 Monster. Very weird placement for that. I'll round out the field just to get this a little bit sped up, because we are about to go green. Rares in the 00. Explorer Daniel in the number 12. Don't get that confused. Cambug in the number 28. And that is Chesco. Oh, Billy in the number 71, and Bubble starting last in your field. And here we go, getting ready for Atlanta Motor Speedway. Thursday Night Thunder rocking at you here. And we're green. Boogity. Let's get racing. I got too much energy for this.
Already off to a good lead. The 60 truck, the Weiler Tundra, is in the Athen. Yeah, I'll just call him Athen. Is in the lead right now. I'm gonna try to have to figure out some of the new guys for this race, but right now the 60 in the lead. The pole sitter currently taking charge. here at Atlanta. Hopefully he can keep this race lead for now, but we have 2 Snowman Custom Diecast cars, or trucks, right behind him trying to find a move to get themselves to the lead and dominate.
3 wide, further back in the pack, cut, lifted up, got sucked in the middle. Now up on the very high side, Robloxian as well. Kimbug gets shoved in the middle as well. 4 wide now. Kimbug's gonna have to back out of that. Whoa, truck up in the air!
Bubble
He's gonna be able to keep that. Wow.
What a bump! That was really weird, and that is also not good news. So, in testing, we saw a flip happen in turn number 3, or entering turn number 3 on the backstretch. So be careful on that backstretch, and that definitely shows. Carmelo will lead another lap with the Snowman Schemes chasing down Athen for second.
Ooh, 4 wide again in the back. Ooh. Oh, Robloxian stuck down on the bottom, the 00 up high. He's gonna lift out of it, but then we go 3 wide again. The 31 truck now all the way on the bottom. 00 still up high, back down to 2.
Ryder has more of a run, starting to get to cut. Now, looking at everyone and where everyone is at, I'm confused whether high or low is the way to go, because again, there's not much draft as of right now, and there won't be for another 70 laps. So right now is to pick and choose which lane you want to be in. Is low lane preferable, or do you want to try and stay up high? I see a bunch of people going middle, but I don't know if that's going to help.
I have a feeling this is going to kind of play out how it did at Daytona, the first race of the season, where we kind of saw, I believe it was the high side that was pretty dominant before they added the massive draft for people to start making moves, and I think that might be the same case here, where it might be, it looks like the high side right now, because I see Carmelo up there running that line right now, so it's going to be similar to Daytona, I believe, especially at all the super speedways that we're going to go to this season. It's pretty much going to play out like this. Going to be a single lane dominance for a couple laps, and then soon we'll see a lot of action once that draft gets up, and then both lanes will kind of even out.
Well, both the low side is really fast running single car, but however, if you have a nice pack, you can get that high going really well. Athen is holding on to Cut right now for second place, not wanting to let him go. However, the 2 Snowman Schemes trucks trying to work together up on the high as Cut finally gets him clear. However, 14 shoves him all the way to the fence.
That could have been really bad, as Carmelo gets the fastest lap currently. I believe having all that clean air definitely helps. And these Snowman cars, man, imagine if Ford was here, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 of all the Snowman cars. But as we still go, it is still a single file mostly, but it's getting packed up back there.
Yeah, in the back, there's a lot of people trying to make the outside of the line work, as you can see back there. Only 3 cars on the inside with Kimbug trailing behind. But yeah, we have a lot of guys. I think they kind of get the memo, and they need to find the lane that works the best, which, you know, as we talked about, the high side with the pack, as Jack just said, seems to be the best line, and people are trying to make that happen right now to get up to Carmelo, who is flying.
I honestly am not too sure how Carmelo is pulling away like this. I mean, he's checked out completely. I have to give Athen some credit, though. Still trying to keep that second place. He's fallen back from it now, battling for third, but wanting to keep these 2 Snowman Schemes trucks at bay. However, the 31 is starting to catch back up to him, might start to challenge Athen for what would be 4th.
Also, take a look. There's Prime, the number 31 Wolfpack Chevrolet, looking to make a move on maybe the Snowman car of Ryder, giving him a little push that slides him up there. 3 wide now for third place. And if you see coming off of turn 4, it's a very weird banking. You'll see him slide a little bit low or just get out of shape. That was a big thing in qualifying, and it definitely got a lot of people invalidated laps. That's why there was 2 laps. But you won't get invalidated here, so it's not that bad. But the top 3 goes Snowman car, Snowman car, Snowman car, and Athen. No, that's 4.
And right now, the Snowman cars are, yeah, as we said, 1, 2, 3, Carmelo in a dominant lead, and right now Ryder trying to pull away from Athen right now, as he's going to have a little bit of work to do soon, as there is a huge pack of cars coming up to him.
Talk
This
about
pack
sponsorship.
is- What?
Go ahead.
This pack is finally caught back up towards the decent bit of the front pack now, as they're battling for 5th in this back. I wonder if they'll be able to maybe try and single file out, as the double O is going to pull quite a slider onto the 31 of Prime. And I wonder if they're going to really shoot up through the field.
I mean, again, there's not much draft, but I mean, they're still getting a bit of run, but I don't know if that run has to do with that high lane or what it has to do with, as Rara is going into 4th place. Finally, I just farted with my mouth. What? And Rara is after the wall.
Oh, upside
Flipping!
down!
Oh!
That collects the 4. It's Bubble.
And a huge wreck for those 3 cars. Athen just goes into the wall, hits Prime, flips him over, and Prime slides into Bubble. That Bubble was just wrong there at the wrong time, and there it is. Athen parked. Incident caused by lag issues. Resets do not count. So therefore, there were no resets, but it's just a free caution. This bunches up the field. How do we have to say about that, Sin?
Yeah, an unfortunate contact there led to disaster for 3 cars. Of course, you know, Athen and Prime getting involved there. Prime, I believe it was Prime who ended up hitting the side of Athen and ended up getting into the air and flipping, and then Bubble unfortunately was caught in the crossfire of that wreck. So 3 cars are out right now, but they still have another backup car. So yeah, and as the field comes around, they're going to try to get their spots back for this restart, and hopefully that won't happen again.
Well, Dexter, you saw your big wreck in this series. How do you think that looks?
Well, yeah, I no longer want to race these things. I noticed Athen he went to the grass twice. I was thinking, you know, could he be lagging? What could be going on there? And that wreck, I think, told it all. And he just went to the fence, came down into the 31 of Prime, and nothing he could do. It's unfortunate for him. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's going to be able to continue.
Who?
But Prime.
Oh, Prime. Yeah, Prime and Bubba are both able. They got a backup car, but either way, the backup cars do not count. So they still have their 1 backup car. Every person has 1 backup car, so 2 resets.
Okay.
Wait, 1 reset. Sorry, mistake.
I get it. But I also noticed Robloxian was further up in that. I don't know if he got collected or turned somehow, but it seems like his damage was mainly towards turn 3. Kind of question what could have happened there.
Maybe, but again, to remind you again that the wreck does not count. No resets will count. Everyone is still okay, and while they're getting ready and pacing, we're going to go down the field. Carmelo in first place, still your leader with Cut and Ryder, the 3 snowman cars, 1, 2, 3, the 3 amigos. Rares in 4th place. He got his way up past Athen during that little kerfuffle. Daniel in the number 12 in 5th place. That is Dash. We're gonna call him Dash. Just remember the 09. That is Dash in 6th place. Billy in 7th. Grez in 8th. Cambug in 9th, Prime in 10th, Bubble in 11th, and Robloxian. Never mind, Bubble in last and Robloxian in 10th, or 11th. Sorry. That is your field, and we should be getting ready to go green. There it is, green this time.
And then before we go green here, just to kind of go off of what we were talking about, the lines, I think, yeah, just after looking at these for now, I'm pretty sure that the high side is the line right now because, yeah, there's not a lot of draft, but there's still some. And I think the drafts let's say, you know, as we saw, you know, Athen and, you know, Cut and Ryder when they were battling, you know, one was on the inside, one was on the outside, and just a draft, because I know that if you're on the inside, it kind of, they get the advantage just because it's less track they run, but on the outside, that draft kind of helps even it out, and then the runoff gives them a huge run to keep some momentum going, so something to take note of for this restart.
And here we go, getting ready to go to the restart, waiting the command, and Carmelo is off, and we're green flag back at Atlanta, Georgia. And let's hope we don't get too dicey. Remember, there's still not much draft yet.
And once a draft comes in, we're going to be seeing a lot of wrecks, kind of like what we saw at Daytona for a bit. We saw a lot of crazy moves, especially in the last lap. But yeah, as the draft comes on, or as the draft gets turned up, the more exciting and interesting this race is going to get. So you guys don't want to miss a thing, and you guys want to stay right here to see all the carnage in action once the draft gets raised.
Take a look at the 38 of Grez running that very low line. He's going 3 wide, making his way up through the field after that restart. Still 3 wide with Rarez up on the top right there, as well as now Cut. Whoa, a lot of contact there. 4 wide now.
Ooh, that looked horrible as they're still...
Going green.
As we're still good. Rarez makes his way up to 3rd place, and it is getting real dicey.
And we're green yet again here at Atlanta.
Oh, look at the double O.
Double O with the momentum, trying to get there on the inside. But I don't think he's going to have enough people to work with him here. Ryder's probably going to stick to the outside here. With Carmelo, no, he's going to go to the inside. Maybe Roni might get, or Rarez in the 00 might get a little bit of help here from Ryder to try to get this lead as they are still side by side.
Roni. Side by side with Roni. There comes Ryder making it 3 wide for the lead. What are we seeing? This is lap 19. There's barely any draft, and they're still making it work. Carmelo has more of the run, and actually we can get a little look at what line is better. Carmelo definitely running the preferred line. It gives you a lot more draft on the, or a lot more speed off the corner.
Yeah, it definitely does. That run just really helps because, you know, like we talked about, you know, on the inside, even the middle lane, you know, it's less track you're running than the outside, but it seems that the run that you get off of the high side right now is huge, which helped Carmelo out there as he's going to get back to the lead, and Ryder trying to follow, trying to get back up there and get past Rarez here.
I've been watching Kimbug in the back. He's been, you know, working his way up through this field. He's been trying the low, trying the high, and I'm starting to agree with y'all here. I truly do believe the high is the way to go, but the low, if you get some cars there, can really hold up that high side and get up to the leader. And Bubble as well now making his way up to the front here.
Well, they're running this
Ooh, almost getting into a crash there, going 3 wide. Rarez almost turned down into Ryder and Grez, and that almost ended horribly, but luckily they were able to save it, as it's going to be 3 wide a little bit again here between Bubble, Cut, and Rarez, as Bubble is starting to make his way through the pack.
If you're noticing, they're running this line where it, like, you go high, then you dip down low. We've seen Bubble, Grez, and Rarez do that a couple of times, and now Cambug's just staying low as Bubble makes his way to 3rd place. Remember, started last place, especially with using that provisional. He's made up a lot of ground, and he's using it.
He is, and then same with Kimbug, just going back to what we were talking about with Kimbug. I feel like the mojo of, you know, how Kimbug kind of drives, especially, you know, at the earlier stages of the race, you know, he uses it when he's in the back as a chance to kind of learn and figure out what to do and how to get up front. And as you can see, his strategy of doing that is paying out great as he's making a move on Cut. Rara's trying to make a move on Cut as well, but Kimbug is right now, he is 3 wide, but he is in 4th.
Just barely, though. Cut is ripping that high lane, not wanting to give it up. Juarez, as well, currently forcefully glued to the back bumper of Bubble. Kimba looks to be clear this time. Will he try and cut up in front of the double O? He can't really because of Bubble being right there. Gonna drag the brakes just a little bit. No, the double O is actually gonna fall in line of Cut. This is gonna leave Kimba out.
Yeah, you know what I'm noticing is, like, on turn number 3 and 4, you don't get that same run you do on turn 2. Like, high lane is probably way preferred on turn 1 and 2, but once you get here, I've seen Kimbugs gain more off the high lane people than the high lane people have gotten on him. And as we see it there, they're still side by side. I guess that kind of went against what I just said, but I think that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like just with different lines and certain turns, depending on how, you know, what the air is looking like, who's in front of you, who's behind you, just a lot of things in this track that help change lines and how it runs. And I think that we're kind of seeing that in turns 1, 2, 3, and 4, all turns on this racetrack. But I still do think that the outside line is a preferred line because, I mean, as you can see, Carmelo up there, still running the outside, Ryder running the outside. Most of these guys are making moves on the outside, as I know we are seeing some people on the inside, but yeah, I think outside is still the move.
Juarez, as well as Cut, is making a lot of risky moves right here. Juarez tried to stick it 3 wide when there was no hole, barely made it work, and now Cut is leaning on the back bumper of, not even back bumper, my mistake, on the side of Bubble and looks to have the position. Will he try and come up? He looks to, but Bubble still has the corner panel. Yes, he does. Gonna try and side draft him down the straight and hopefully have him in 1.
And as we get near, we're getting closer and closer to this 3-4 car battle. We're gonna go on board with Rares for a couple of laps. So we won't be right back, but just listen to this. Having some unexpected lag into the pit wall. He's gonna come back up, probably frozen. He deletes his car, and that will be his, I believe, his race, as I'm not surprised if he gets parked in the next couple of laps. But very, 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 very weird.
Almost took out Kimba.
Yeah, very unfortunate there from Juarez, but that was a good call from him to get out of his car. He knew he had lag issues, didn't want to mess anyone up, didn't want to mess anything. Yeah, just very good call just to get out of his car and get out of the way. So I know it looks unfortunate for him right now, but he will be back.
He is, look at that, coming out.
Yeah, I mean, unlike Affen, it didn't cause a wreck, so.
And we are very, very spread out, single filed. Everyone is no longer like packed up into each other, just running that high lane and trailing behind Carmelo. Snowhead Scheme's getting a lot of screen time.
They are. It's really easy for them to when there's 3 of them in the field.
We joked about this a little bit off the pre-race. Soon it's gonna be like a whole army. It'll be like Vegas for the Camping World when they sponsored hella trucks. Or you're gonna see a bunch of buttload.
And as we keep ticking down the laps here, 32 laps out of 105 laps, something to keep note of is that the fuel run is around 30 laps and we are at lap 32. I know that we had some caution laps. Some drivers are able to save some of their fuel, or yeah, some of these guys are able to save some of their fuel, you know, behind the draft of the cars in front. So we should be expecting to see some green flag stops here soon, according to my calculations.
And his calculations is just Ford.
Bruh. I just saw what looked to be Grez and Dash go 3 wide with Robloxian, and that almost caused a wreck. That was very dangerous as they're going to go 3 wide again. Sticks it under Kimbug, barely all the way under the red line. Ryder as well under that line.
The pitting, that's what they're doing. By the way, that signal that they just did is the pit this time thing, as we see Carmelo, Ryder, Cut, K-Bug, Robloxian, Billy, and Prime all come into pit road, and let's hope there is not a penalty for either of them. Perfect time, wait, Larry Mack, give us the race rundown for fuel.
Yeah, Mike, I've been taking a look at Kimbug's pit stops all damn day, all right? And Mike, I must tell you, Mike, Kimbug's pit crew is full of a bunch of nothing but furries, all right? He's got dogs out there. I mean, literal dogs. Dogs and cats in his pit crew. I can't believe that these things can pick up a tire. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted. I can't believe this.
Thank you, Larry Mack. As let's go over what just happened. Billy takes the lead with Ryder, Cut, and Kayumba coming out right behind him, and Carmelo had an incredibly slow stop, so that will especially ruin him as he led most of those laps, as everyone else came into pit road, by the way, except Perez.
Yeah, Billy. Billy, a huge pit stop coming off of pit road. He is severely in the lead right now. I think that his strategy might have been he didn't take that much tires. I think either he took 2 or none. So
is there tires in these cars?
Yes.
Think so.
There is. Oh, okay.
So that's probably what happened there, because that would not make any sense if that wasn't the case. So yeah, Billy. A strategy call here that might be paying off for him as he takes a monstrous lead, crossing the start-finish line to start 36 laps ago.
30 to go.
Say, from what I've experienced from running these trucks, is that the fuel does go a tiny bit faster than the tires, but the tire...
Robloxian! Sorry to cut you off there, Jackster, as there's a caution now. Robloxian off the nose of Carmelo. And we have our first actual non-lag caution. Second of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not even too sure what happened there, so I can't really give my input on that. Marcus?
Yeah.
You see that?
It happened really quick. From what I'm able to see, again, it was after pit stop, so not a lot of things we can go off of, but Robloxian might have went down into Carmelo. I could be wrong. Yeah, looking back at this, yeah, it looks like Robloxian did go down into Carmelo, as a radio message from Carmelo was that was so bad. So do what you will with that, but we do not know what happened with that, and just an unfortunate thing for Robloxian. That's his one reset. So he has, the next time he wrecks, he's out.
Anyways, what was I saying? I honestly don't remember. Oh yeah. These tires get about to roughly 20%, maybe 15 if you're using them up pretty hard, about whenever fuel comes in. So I do wonder how that strategy is going to work for the 71, especially now since we bunched back up. I mean, this is...
I lied,
And
guys.
Marcus, you lied to me. Thanks.
So guys, guys, what? How do you know?
Hey, green!
We're green this time. So there's 2 resets. So never mind. He's got 1 more reset after this. After that, you will not be able to reset anymore. Billy will lead us in first place with Ryder second, Bubble third, Cut fourth, Grez fifth, Cambug sixth, Carmelo, your majority race leader, 7th, Prime in 8th, Daniel in 9th, Dash in 10th, Rarez 11th, Robloxian in 12th, and that rounds out your field. Getting ready to go green. Now let's hand this restart off to Jackster.
Yay! So far this race has been nothing but beautiful. As off of turn 4, green flag back in the air here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Extremely fair restart for both lanes. Entering 1, Billy has it. Oh, 3 wide in the back though.
Oh, and they're getting a little dicey. That's Grez in the middle of that snowman car sandwich. As Billy goes back to the lead, you can tell there's a lot more draft than what we had started. Remember, it gets increasingly more until we get to lap 75. That is when full draft will come into effect, as they are 4 wide. Rarez all the way on that low lane, hits the bump, and what? I don't know.
That's what Bubble did earlier.
And what are they doing?
Whoa!
Teammates!
That could have been horrible.
Oh, 4 wide again. Here's Bubble. Bubble getting a push from Cut. It doesn't look like he wanted it. That was a little really weird, as it is getting really dicey now.
Cut got into the fence. Ooh.
Clean it up, driver. They are not running a clean race right now.
Wide. Oh! Squeezing way too tight. That was Ryder.
That's a teammate.
It almost took out himself and his entire team and collected a poor Rarez.
3 wide.
Holy, they need to calm down. They really do.
Now let's take a look at the lead. Bubble starting to close into Billy. There's not much to look in the lead. There's just that big pack. That's Daniel in 3 wide with Rarez. Rarez running up a little bit. Oh!
Oh, if I was Kimbug right now, I'd be letting off immediately, especially if I was Robloxian as well. Oh, there goes Cut! Kimbug as well! Kimbug in the fence as well as Cut!
Ah, that sucks for Kimbug. Cut, unfortunately, wrecked him. That could have been lag, as Cut is known for lag issues. So depending on whatever they do, that is Kimbug's 1 reset, and same with Cut. That is unfortunate.
Man. I wanted Kimbug to do good.
Might have said that wrong. I just said 1 reset. Yeah, that's his 1 reset. Well, that's 1 reset out of 2, guys.
Kimbug does have another chance to wreck his truck and still somehow win this race on fuel strategy.
Fuel and tire. You gotta
Yeah, oh
tire.
yeah, my bad.
We're gonna await the call from Bubble. See officially what
he's making that call.
we're gonna wait and see. Let's see.
Wonder, does he have a keyboard in the truck?
Probably just like a one, you know, one of those like pull out ones that you can like in the desks where you can just pull it out and then you start typing. That's probably what he has.
It's like the cop cars, you know?
Oh yeah, right. Oh, there it is. Cam getting cut, no reset due to lag, and cut as a drive-through penalty because of incident responsibility. So Cambug does have his two resets still, and there's another caution, another free caution for everyone.
Will comment on this one thing. You know, not as many wrecks as I see in regular row racing. This is honestly, I find this extremely shocking how Bubble has somehow figured out a way to tame row racers. At least he hasn't figured out a way to tame lag. That's our main incident factor.
And you know what? Lag isn't even fully roadblocks. Like the lag that people are getting are Wi-Fi. So that is their own. Is this client? I don't know. But that is their own Wi-Fi that is causing them to lag. But that is also one of the many things, one of the many new things that KRE has to offer is that clean racing. And they try to make sure that we can get great racing, great racers, especially for that IndyCar series that you can watch on the Bubble Boy 05, the Classic IndyCar Racing League. On Sunday, we go to Watkins Glen along with the Nationwide and Cup on Friday and Saturday tomorrow in 2 days. So just beware to keep an eye on those. MCRN will stream the Nationwide Series. Bubble Boy 05 will be Cup and Classic IndyCar as we get ready to go green again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Lap 45, it'll be 46 when we hit the line, and we're green flag back in the air. We're gonna go on board with Cambug. Take a look. Back, I'm not gonna lie, as Cut comes into pit road, and it is 3 wide up front almost. Prime took the lead, and here comes Bubble with Billy trying to get that lead again.
I don't want to count out the 14. Ryder has definitely been up here throughout this entire bit of the race. Rares has not been able to touch the lead at all, but still in a great position. Carmelo, though, has led the most laps by far, wanting to get back up here. We know that for a fact.
I mean, I'd want to too, because I mean, if you led all the laps and got messed up in a pit stop, I mean, it was his own fault though. He ran it a little too much, missed one of his stalls, had to stop at another one. So it definitely messes up as Bubble makes a beautiful pass on Prime with a big push from Billy, and Bubble is another new leader. That's another lead change. He's not a new one, but that is a lead change.
Definitely taking a lot of interest in this 31 of Prime here. Whoa, big late block by him in the bubble. Now the 14's going to come up the track, extremely close.
3 wide and
curse.
As you were saying, I mean, I wouldn't take too much of an interest on Prime yet. As they're 3 wide, Ryder trying to edge out Bubble edges them out both as they're 3 wide again. Bubble gonna have that high lane run as they stay 3 wide. Bubble going right up to Prime as it looks like the middle lane definitely was more dominant there.
Yeah, coming off of 2.
You're back?
Yeah, I was doing something. Yeah, coming off of 2, if you just take a quick look at it, it does not have a lot of
and the back press! Oh, and also Cambug! What just happened?
I wish I knew. I
wish we both knew. Wait. What in the world happened?
From what I saw, Grez, it looked like, had some lag issues. Cambug, I believe, had... I don't know what the hell happened to him. It's Cambug. It's just... That's
Kimba.
what it is.
Second time in 5 laps, he's gotten dumped.
And that was, I don't know if he just ran into the wall or what. Like, that was such a weird place. And there's Grez disqualified for the lag.
We're waiting for anything on Kimbug.
It was weird.
Anyways, welcome back, Sid.
Glad to be back. Yeah, after all that, it looks like Prime is going to be in the lead here in the 31 bubble, almost getting the lead. I wouldn't have been surprised if he took the lead there and commanded it for a ton of laps, at least until the draft package upgrade. But for now, he's going to have to find his way around Prime, and right behind him, Ryder is going to have to try to find his way around the two cars.
Now,
how's this draft package change gonna work? I've never in my life seen this.
so, let me explain it to you, but also I just want to mention, KM did have one of his resets count. I believe he thought Grez was going to come back up and wrecked himself. So, Kimbug doing Kimbug things. The number 28, beautiful car. But, going back to the draft, from lap 1 all the way to lap 75, draft will slowly increase, and therefore it'll keep it spread out at first, and then during the end it is full draft. Full draft is in effect, therefore you'll see crazy slingshots, a bunch of passes, and everything will go back to normal. But that means it'll shake up the racing for sure. You'll see, like, Cut all the way back in last, in 10th place, he could make it up to 5th. So a lot could happen with that draft, but that is essentially what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna get the race pretty much underway, honestly, because it is underway right now, but we're gonna be seeing a ton of aggressive and unreal moves that we probably never see unless they would be getting those huge runs. But yeah, it's gonna be something to definitely look forward to. I remember looking forward to it at Daytona, because I remember Daytona was a little boring, but when that draft package or draft upgrade got handed to us, we were feasting in the booth.
And getting ready to go green. Green flag back in the air. Bubble side by side with Prime. He gets the jump as Billy, unfortunately, wasn't able to. I think he gave that little bump to Bubble. Prime stays in the lead as Carmelo and Ryder, the two teammates, stay 1-2 right next to each other, not going anywhere. Cut trying to look for his way back up.
In the back right now, we have a little bit of a tandem draft. We did, but yeah, Billy, Robloxian, and Cut trying to work their way back up, trying to get a huge run here. Bubble trying to get a run on Ryder. A little bit of contact there. He's going to get the run. He's going to get the momentum to try to make a move on the outside of Prime here. It's coming into turn 1 and 2. Who's going to get the lead?
Oh, Bubble is going to have to settle. No, he won't. He refuses. Pulling a bit of side draft, maybe on the high lane contact right there. Touching doors for both these two trucks. Bubble wants to keep this lead and hold it. Prime's in the best position he's been all race and does not want to give it away. And honestly, if I were these two Snowman Schemes trucks, I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Take a look at that 5th place driver. That is Daniel. Daniel made his first start, I believe, in the Freedom 250, the Classic IndyCar Series Season 1, and he's made his way to 4th now. And Carmelo gets turned off the hood of Billy, and unfortunate, another Snowman car into the wall. Not another, I think the first one. Second.
Luckily, he still has a backup car, but after a huge incident
two backup cars.
Yeah, 2 backup cars, but unfortunately, after a huge incident there off of turn 2, Carmelo is going to be using one of his backup cars. But luckily, there's still a lot of racing to go. He has been keeping it clean, so I don't think this should be too much of a worry for Carmelo.
He just got a bad push, a horrible push, what I seen. Turned him straight up to the high side wall.
It's what happened to Cam Bug, but yet no one was behind him. So, it just
Let
happened.
go of the steering wheel.
You saw a car going down the infield, and just went straight into the wall.
Kimbug's just having fun, all right?
And honestly, that's what everyone should think. Just have fun, race clean, do the best you can, but have fun. That is ultimately what it is. And this race has proved to be really fun. With, again, let's take a look at some newcomers that we don't usually see. Prime was in the middle of the pack this whole race until now, as he's leading currently in 5th place, 4th place, 4th and 5th. You get Robloxian and Daniel. Like I said with Daniel, you don't usually see him up here, but he's up here finally.
Oh. Potentially angry, yes he is.
You might get a warning for that.
Well, some controversy and some beef to look forward to. Lap 57 of 105 laps here at Atlanta. Cut and Daniel might have a rivalry going, so should be interesting.
There's Apaches coming over my house. I think they're headed towards the speedway. Look out, guys.
I didn't consider that.
Bombers on the way to help Hampton.
What?
Where Atlanta's located, Hampton, Georgia.
Getting ready to go green. They're side by side. That's Prime, they're pacing. That's Bubble and Prime with Ryder, Daniel, Robloxian, and Billy. Again, things could get crazy, especially with that little tension Carmelo and Daniel had. As we get ready, we're green flag back again, lap 58 when they cross the line.
Wide for the lead. Bubble is going to try and leave out the 31 of Prime. Ryder gonna try and take advantage. He hits a bump on the inside. He's got Cut to help him. That's his teammate. And Bubble will clear in the tri-oval.
Here comes Rares on Cut for 5th place. Side by side, and take a look at that. That's KMBug, who just wrecked a couple laps ago, and never mind. Dash goes in the middle, makes him 3 wide, potentially 4 wide on Rares. Rares 3 wide, Rares another 3 wide, 3 wide again, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 rows back, and Bubble leads that lap. Oh, a little shoving in the back. That's Carmelo, Kambuk, Billy, and Dash. As they're 3 wide again, that's Ryder, Prime, and Robloxian. Ryder looking for that high lane, maybe to get the run to get to Bubble. This is not going to be enough, nothing yet. Bubble leads another lap with Ryder trailing him down and potentially Robloxian.
I'm looking at the back right now. I just saw Carmelo door the 72 or maybe 12. I can't
12.
tell. The scheme's blurry. But I saw what looked to be Bubble getting to the outside wall. Here comes Robloxian now on the inside of Prime.
Ooh, big move, big slide job. He's not gonna get next to Ryder, but he's gonna make a move. And there's Ryder on Bubble with the big block. Luckily to make it, unlike, I think, Ryder a couple laps ago.
And Robloxian got a huge push from Prime there, as now it's 2 wide between Carmelo and Cut. and it's 2 wide behind them between Juarez and Prime. So yeah, it's going to help out Robloxian and the rest of the top 3, as they're going to have a little bit of a gap here, as Robloxian is trying to find his way up to Bubble and Ryder, who are 2 wide right now.
It's just getting a lot more packed up. There's Carmelo again, had the same issue. Dash went on the quarter panel event, and that could have spun him. Luckily it didn't, as they're getting single foul back here, but they're just gonna wait for pushes. Robloxian to the inside of Ryder, side by side. Robloxian gonna take 2nd place away, and here comes Dash. Dash trying to get up to that 5th place spot on Rarez.
Yeah, Dash slowly making his way up to the top pack. As Juarez makes a move here on both Cut and Ryder. He's going to be side by side with Ryder, as Ryder is going to get not only a push from his teammate, but he's going to be on the outside line. Could he keep this from Juarez, or is Juarez going to get right by him and get P3 here? Ryder is still getting a push from his teammate, a little bit of a run. Another push here. Snowman Custom Diecast cars working together against Juarez, as he's going to clear him and get the momentum to maybe make a move on Robloxian here in turn 1 and 2.
We are approaching the full draft, about 10 to go until we get to it, maybe 9 even. Robloxian with the new fastest lap, and he's in 2nd.
This Ryder gonna get right to his left rear, his left rear. Trying to make a move on Juarez now, going to the inside here. He might have to give that up to Juarez and Robloxian, but right now he's not, as he's making a move on Juarez and get clear of him. Trying to get past Robloxian here. Might get a push here from Juarez, who's getting a little bit of kind of a push from Cut, as no, they're gonna keep Juarez trying to make a move on Ryder, trying to get past him and Robloxian here, as while this is going on, Bubble is still in the lead, and he's trying to pull away. It's trying to pull a little bit of a Carmelo.
Take a look at the 09 Dash here. He's been slowly working his way up, but now it is go time for this 09. Carmelo as well, now finally back with one of his teammates, Cut, that is, trying to get him up through to go help the 14 as well. I'm very impressed with Robloxian. He seems to be pulling away from this pack, maybe gonna catch up to Bubble a little bit. Stuttered on my words.
A 3 wide Dash finally approaching that top 5 place. But Daniel got to pick and choose who he's going to hit, and Cut hit the wall. Cut hard into the wall. I believe there is wall. When you hit the wall, you lose tire wear. So that is another 4% for Cut. He hit the wall about twice now. That's not good for him, as Ryder going to make a weird move, and he's going to squeeze into Daniel.
Juarez in the exit of 2, trying to pass Robloxian here. Robloxian getting that run on the outside, going to be able to keep it side by side still here, as they're slowly starting to catch up to Bubble here, who's going to probably have to play a little bit of a defense here soon, as Dash getting a little tight there in the middle of turns 3 and 4 on the exit. Not going to really mess him up though, but here we go. We're getting racing now, as Juarez and Robloxian are working together to get right up to Bubble to try to take the race lead here.
Pay attention to the Snowman Schemes trucks. They have found each other and are starting to get back up through this pack. Easily blew by the 12 and is now starting to get around. He's gotten around the 09. The 09 Dash, that is, going to try and get back under Carmelo. Will he do so? He does, but Carmelo's stuck to the back bumper of Juarez. Cannot go anywhere.
Yeah, it's getting a little weird as we are approaching the mark of full draft effect. Carmelo running Reyes really high as he's gonna take third place. Dash also with him. Robloxian going to block. They're single filed now. The other snowman schemes, cars, Ryder and Cut looking to make their way back up to their teammate Carmelo. Still staying in that third place while Dash and Reyes are side by side. Finally, there's a fight with Bubble.
Yeah, and there's going to be even more of a fight for him in the next coming laps, because I know right now, you know, he's in a lot of contention right now for the lead, as we have a lot of guys making moves with not that much draft here. It's only going to get crazier once the draft gets added. We're going to be a lot of moves, a lot of crazy runs, a lot of momentum. It's going to be great.
I'm honestly overly surprised with Robloxian. He sat towards the back of this pack the entire time, as well as Dash. Dash even more so. But now, when full draft is starting to become an effect, they are right up here, second and third respectively. I mean, it's crazy. This is exactly what they need to be doing, because this is how the remainder of the race will play out. This is what now the rest of the race will be. As Juarez still trying to get back up here. Carmelo slowing down maybe to get to his teammate. Hitting maybe?
And yes, they are approaching the pit marker. That's Bubble, Robloxian, Carmelo stuck on Cut, Ryder, Cambug, and Prime. A big pack coming into pit road. Larry Mack.
I'm not doing this again.
Pit reporter?
Kimba got a whole dang dogs and cats. He got the whole pound out there. I don't know why.
What?
He's setting he's turning the frogs gay.
Okay. Cut comes out with Cambug in second. That is a quick pit stop for those two. As Ryder, Prime, Robloxian, Carmelo come out roughly around the same time. Bubble a little bit ahead. Now, you said that where they placed is where they're going to be at for the remainder of the race. I think that this pit definitely just figured it out. Bubble completely alone, but there is that big pack. They could potentially catch up, but Cambug and Cut are super far away from them.
Yeah, from what I remember, I believe the draft range was pretty high. So, and especially with that, you know, huge draft upgrade we're getting in a few laps, I think Bubble's going to be right back into this. Same with the guys right behind him that had a little bit of a slow stop.
We are. Our full draft effect now. Lap 75 has been passed, so every single thing you see here will be quick, and it may be a lot of issues, but you have to wait and see.
Really see it in those last couple of laps right before that pit stop. They were really getting racy as a Cut back down pit road.
What? And a little confusion. I'm trying to figure out what Cut did. I don't think he pit right. And if he didn't pit right, then could potentially Cambug also he didn't pit right?
That fuel strategy is about to come into play, baby.
Definitely, and it is getting real packy in that little pack that everyone pit at. That is Ryder, Prime, Carmelo, and Robloxian, which them being double file is not helping.
Yeah, it's not, and the fact that they're too wide right now in that huge pack, they're battling right now. They're messing up each other's runs, trying to get rid of everyone's momentum so they could try to get back up. And Bubble right now, he's really good when he's just a single car. And like in the lead, he was doing a really good job at leading the race and just keeping control of it. So with all that battling, it seems like they're catching up, but there is that chance that, you know, Bubble could just keep pulling away and they could lose draft, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So that is good for the ones that are right behind Bubble.
Pit stops are finally over. I believe Billy, yeah. Dash had came into pit road. He was your last pitter. Billy will come out as the leader, as he had a really quick pit stop. I don't even know if he pit. So Cambug and Billy both next to each other, which they have each other, and they better get near each other because they got a full-on draft because there's this huge pack coming to catch up.
Whoa! Daniel got really loose off of Ryder's front bumper, almost into Robloxy and almost put him to the outside wall. Ugh. That was, oh, that could have been really bad.
And into the pits comes Kimbug.
You know what, Marcus? I think that confirms what you were saying earlier, that maybe Cut and Kimbug messed up their stops.
And if that's the case, then Billy did too.
Well, free win for Bubble.
I wouldn't say that. There is, again, that huge pack of like 5 cars, soon to be 7 cars, catching up to Bubble. So I say in at least 10 laps, they'll be right next to him.
Yeah, we still have a lot of laps to go, so we're definitely going to be seeing... There's definitely some time for not only Bubble, but for the guys in the back. I know Billy might come into pit, but there is a chance that he could still stay out. But especially for the guys in the back, there's a lot of time for them to catch up. And they are in Bubble's draft. As Blake said in our chat, is that draft goes to 6th. I'm not saying it. Goes up to 7 seconds as... But yeah, they should be okay.
There it is, Billy.
He's down pit road. He's down pit road.
So confirmed it. I mean, it's pretty easy on how to pit, so I don't know how you could accidentally mess that up. I mean, in the moment, I guess it could like be like, ooh, and you just forget to change your setting. As they are single file, they're gonna catch up very, very soon.
I noticed that, Carmelo was rubbing up on Daniel. He was definitely showing he is not happy with that number 12.
Yeah, the thing that sucks for these guys is that I think that if they want to catch up to Bubble as fast as possible, they really got to work together. As Daniel putting it 3 wide here in 1 and 2, going to now be 2 wide. He's going to get really tight there as Prime is going to go for the switchback on the inside, as this is really helping Bubble out because they really need to work together. And if we have battling like this and we have beef between drivers where they don't want to work together, it's just delaying the chances and time that they're going to get to be able to catch up to Bubble. As it's still 3 wide, right behind Carmelo.
This is really stupid, honestly, from what these guys are doing. Again, not a good look. Why are you trying to pass when there's still a lot of time and you have to catch up to Bubble? You have to. There's literally no other way. You got Billy's draft now. So they're not just getting barely Bubbles draft, but they're getting Billy. So they got to figure it out, especially Ryder and Daniel. Or not even that, just... mostly Daniel.
Yeah, another thing is that, you know, right when Kimbug pit, and same with Billy, Bubble had no draft. Now, Kimbug is right in front of Bubble, and Bubble is within Kimbug's draft. So not only is Bubble the leader, and, you know, they're fighting right behind, but Bubble is getting a little bit of an assist here from Kimbug to keep extending this lead. So they really got to figure something out. I do see them catching up to Billy very, very slowly, but they really need to figure something out and try to get into a line and try to work together to get up to Bubble because time is ticking.
Well, paying attention to Prime's, how close he is to Bubble right here. We'll see it as they come across the line this time. He is catching, but barely. I'd say he gained a majority of most of that from Billy's draft now as he's getting closer and closer to the 71 truck, as these 3 behind him are just not wanting to help. Carmelo is committed to the 31's bumper right now, and it's definitely helping him. These 2 know what they're doing, but this backpack behind them is not wanting to help each other.
Yeah, as you say that, they go all single file, but they got to keep it. They got to use all the help they can get, especially using Billy. They gained a little bit again. So for sure they're going to catch up as they go past Billy.
That's a questionable decision.
I think Prime didn't want to go for that, but he had so much momentum and he ended up getting into a little bit of a weird contact with Billy that he just got right in front. So, yeah, a good call from everyone. It was single file, but now look at this. Starting to get really messy again, as this is just going to keep helping Bubble out. They are catching slowly, and they should be all right, but you never know.
Some
They just have
radio
to keep this pace up.
some radio chatter from the 14. He is sick and tired of the 12, he says. Definitely some rivalry between the Snowman cars and the number 12.
Oh, whoa, a crash, Juarez! He gets into the wall, he gets tagged by someone. I didn't see who that was, but he is going to go crashing into
Billy.
the wall. Juarez, yeah, Billy.
Wait, hold on.
There's a caution.
Looking back at it, it was Reyes. Reyes tried to go up into Billy. That was not Billy's fault by any means.
Wow.
As there we go, and luckily for them, that's going to bring the pack right up together, so that massive gap that Bubble had is now gone to 1/10, less than a 10th here, or around a 10th. So, yep, as we are not only having a huge draft boost, but everyone after that last pit stop and that caution is right up together. So, and it's 18 to go. Not that many laps left. A lot of these guys are going to try to get into the lead, so it's going to get very, very spicy here for this next restart.
And with that, we're going to take a short intermission. Again, you won't miss a thing, but we will be right back before the restart. We are back, getting ready for the restart again. Told you, you won't miss a thing. Side by side, getting ready for the restart again. Bubble going off, and we're green flag with 15 to go. The chaos will start now. That was cringe.
It definitely will. Already 3 wide for the battle for 4th right now. It's gonna now be 2 wide now, but yeah, already off the bat, these guys are trying to make huge lunges and trying to put it 3-4 wide. They're relentless right now, 15 to go, so we're gonna be seeing a lot of action.
Take a look at the Snowman trucks. They are on the inside, all 3 of them. Now, never mind, as soon as I dare speak of it, they start to split up. We're Bloxian stuck 3 wide middle with Prime. He's gonna hit the fence up on the high side. 4 wide in the tri-oval. Kimba gonna have to make a decision here. He's gonna shove it 4 wide again. Daniel gonna get into the fence. Bubble now has a challenge from Ryder.
Ryder looking to make that move on the inside. Contact from Ryder, but here comes Cut. What will Cut do? Staying behind Bubble as there's still 3 wide. KM Bug really testing those waters. 4 wide. Robloxian, Cut, Rares, and Carmelo. There's still 3 wide, almost 3 wide for the lead. Bubble still leads.
Yeah, Bubble still leads despite all this Ryder. Getting a push here from Robloxian. Robloxian with a lot of momentum. It's just going to be 3 wide here. Robloxian might even put it 4 wide here. Oh, Ryder!
Oh, he gets
Almost going
there.
around! Ryder flips over!
Oh my god!
Crash! A huge crash in turn 3 as everyone goes flying. Ryder!
Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Ryder goes flying into the air in the backstretch after getting tagged and goes flying
Are you
into the
serious?
turn 3 catch fence, and there goes the entire field.
Are you
Not
serious?
the Kerbal Space Program. He just took right from Atlanta Motor Speedway. There is no way.
Are you serious?
That just happened.
No.
That just happened.
And
That just.
I don't even know what to say.
Wow.
There were some concerns about that. Call in the. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Call in air traffic control because there is a car in this. What just happened?
Hey, that Ford F-150 just went flying. I have never in my life. Is this what the people in Japan playing Forza Horizon 6 are seeing right now? A flying Ford F-150.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Right now, the FAA is not happy with Ryder. He just went into restricted airspace.
I don't even know.
Bomber I heard earlier.
I don't even know.
I
Wow.
cannot believe that, but that is 2. The car doesn't have flash.
Yeah, we need to start working into something that does. Now, I want to mention, at Daytona, during testing, there was a bunch of testing for things to happen like this, and there was actually a scare. This would have happened at Nationwide, the first race, Talladega, with Bubble. Bubble had flipped over and started flipping, but something had caused him to slow down and slow his speed, so therefore he was able to settle back down on turn number 1. But this is what happens when that little thing wasn't there. So the Ryder just flew. That could have been a lot worse, and we're so glad it wasn't.
Yeah, on break, me, Jackster, and Blake were joking on how if we said Kimbug, we didn't think it was Ryder at the time, but Kimbug could have almost went over the catch fence or gone over the catch fence, and that's almost what Ryder just did.
Yeah, no, Ryder was aiming for the stands. He was actively going to go have a meet and greet in the parking lot. I have never in a league race. I've seen it a couple times in testing, but I have never in a league race.
Well,
That was the greatest thing I've ever seen on MCRN and KRE. Thursday Night Thunder. Let's
Only
go.
on,
there it is.
MRCN. Only on MRCN.
It's MCRN.
Same thing.
Again, you can only find this
Marcus
stuff on
Racing
KRE. You can only find this stuff here. Tune in Thursday Night Thunder, even on Nationwide Fridays. What? Ooh. No, we're not doing that. Anyway, getting ready to go green. We're gonna go 9 to go after that crazy wreck Ryder just had. Take a look and keep an eye on those snowman cars, and I know that's not the last time we're gonna see them as they get ready. Robloxian first place, and that's Dash in second. We are green flag back in the air, 9 to go. Everyone with a decent restart. Take a look at Prime. Prime definitely, that inside line got a big push from Prime, and Robloxian will edge Dash out for the lead.
The Most hyped up time of the night. Blake's hyped up. 9-lap dash to the finish. He's excited. We're excited here. Robloxian with the lead right now. Daniel giving him a push, gonna help him out. Dash trying to make a move on the outside here on Robloxian in general, as Ryder, after flipping, is starting to make moves back there with his Snowman Custom Diecast teammates.
I can't believe it. They're all back together again somehow. Bubble's sitting there pushing these Snowman teammates. Robloxian still somehow leading. Carmelo gets very loose. Down to the inside, tags Daniel into Kimbug. However, Dash is now trying to side draft his way to the lead around Robloxian. He is clear, it has it, and Ryder's making it again.
And it's gonna happen again, and it's over.
It's gonna happen again, and he crashes in 3, and so does Robloxian, who somehow doesn't.
Kimbug as well. No.
Kimbug, Cut, and Ryder are all 3 of them out of the race, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not wrong. I might be wrong. I'm definitely wrong. I don't know if they have one. No, they have 1 reset left. So this is their last reset, if I'm not mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been Cut's last. That last wreck might have been Cut's last reset. I think he might be out of this race.
Oh no, Kimbug I think still has. I don't know if Kimbug's out. I think he might be out.
I'm pretty sure he still has 1 because of that one incident where he was able to get a freebie.
Well,
We're about to figure out.
nope, their last car, so
Oh,
they're still good, but now they gotta be. They could have done any. They basically could have gone for any gap, anything, careless. But you still need to be careless because you don't want to get wrecked and you don't want anything bad to happen. But now they have to be very, very careful now, especially. Dad, it is not good for those Snowman cars though. Ryder, the second time he's gone over, he's dang.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Bubble should take a look at the bed of that truck to see if it has any non-weight in it, because somebody's put bricks in the back of that thing.
As we get ready, wow, I mean, this race has been crazy. So it's going to end crazy. As we will restart, I'm gonna estimate with 4 to go. There are overtime rules. Let me explain them. There will not be any extension, from what I remember and from what I believe reading. There is no extension, so there will not be laps added. There will not be laps taken away. We are staying at 105, but if a caution comes out with 2 to go on the backstretch, we will start where we will have a red flag and we will try our very best to get going for, I think, a 1 lap there. I'm not sure if this is how it is. I could be wrong. Proceed with caution. I'm gonna take a look at it, but there potentially is still overtime.
And I think after what we just saw the past couple of laps, I think it's definitely possible that we could see overtime. Hopefully we don't. We see a nice green flag run to the finish, but anything's possible here on MCRN. Kimi's Racing Enterprise, Thursday Night Thunder.
It sure is a lot of thunder.
It very, very much thunder.
Most of that thunder is cars crashing into the catch fence in turn 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got struck with lightning.
I wouldn't be surprised if our joke with Kimbug actually happened. Someone might go over the catch fence. Well, and only one way to find out if that happens is here live on MCRN for Thursday Night Thunder. Let's
Definitely. Go. And we get ready. 5 to go. Carmelo, probably one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant, with the newcomer. That's Dash in the number 09 and Daniel. We're getting ready. Sin, take it away.
So here we go. Coming to the line. It's going to be a 4-lap dash to the line. Who's going to take it? Only one way to find out. It's here on MCRN Thursday Night Thunder. Let's go racing yet again here under the lights in Atlanta. Carmelo with the good start. Same with the 09 of Dash. Daniel trying to make a move. They had a little bit of a rivalry going on as it's 3 wide right behind Dash.
Look at Rarez ripping the bottom. He had help from Prime. Prime hit the bump. Kimbug's going to make it 3 wide. Here comes Robloxian as well. 3 wide for what would be third. Now Carmelo trying to take it away from Dash. Dash going to lift up the track. A lot of contact for what would be 4. Robloxian now to the inside for first. Dash still has it. 3 wide for the lead and down the front straight.
Crazy racing happening as Carmelo on the outside ripping it. Maybe to get potential push from Daniel, but they're side by side with Dash. Maybe Robloxian.
Yeah, it's just 3 wide right behind P1 and P2 right now. Daniel on the outside, getting a push from Ryder, trying to get clear, trying to catch up to the leaders here. Robloxian on the inside. There's runs being formed everywhere. And it's Daniel spinning around as he crashes.
And a caution will come out with 2 to go, as this is where we'll see the overtime rules, I believe.
Oh, hard to the fence.
Yeah, Daniel's still crashing there as he hits the wall hard. Not only in the tri oval, but slams into it into turn 1. And that will bring out yet another caution. Daniel with 1 reset remaining. Luckily, he is still in the race, but it is Thursday Night Thunder overtime, and he has a lot of work to do if he needs to win this race.
I might have been wrong about the overtime rules. It might be NASCAR that is the only exception with the overtime. Any other series they will not add laps. That is what it is. I apologize for that, but we have overtime. How are we feeling, guys?
Feeling great. This is going to be one heck of a dash here coming to the line for the race win here under the lights in Atlanta, Georgia. This is going to get very, very interesting, very chaotic, very entertaining. I'm looking forward to it.
I am above and beyond excited. I'm so happy I chose to commentate this race. A bit ashamed I couldn't make it, but I'm now a bit happy I didn't. For the fact that I probably would have gotten destroyed immediately.
You would have flown over.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I would have done what we're theorizing Kimbug might do. I would have probably gotten...
Theorizing what Kimbug did, and Ryder flew twice, so let's hope we didn't see that. I thought we were going to see it with Daniel on that straightaway. That was scary.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't fly into the catch fence there, which is, it's good that he didn't, but it was very surprising. Yeah, he almost, yeah. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
As we're getting ready, and I'm going to give you a little rundown for this weekend again. MCRN will be back tomorrow for the nationwide series at Watkins Glen. The triple header, because on Saturday, you'll see Bubbles Cup on the Bubble Boy 05 YouTube channel. That is Watkins Glen 2, and again, Watkins Glen for the Classic IndyCar Racing Series. That's the wrong name. Classic IndyCar Series on Sunday morning. So it'll be a very action-packed week as we get ready.
Anyone you think can do it?
Kimbug. He's gonna steal it.
I think Kimbug can do it. I really do.
You know what? I'm gonna join the hype train. Kimbug all the way, baby.
Kimbug all the way. There's no bias in this booth, but it is a pick. Even Blake says it. As we get ready, 2 to go restart. Dash in first, Carmelo in second, Rarez, he'll do anything to get that win, and Robloxian in third, and our boy, Kimbug, the number 28 in fifth. Jagster?
For the hopefully final time, green flag here in Atlanta. What a start by Carmelo, keeping Dash in check. Rarez in the inside lane, a lot more calm and collected than the high side. Dash is going to clear for the lead, but Rarez is going to keep the pressure on now to the inside.
entering turn 3. It's side by side between Rares and Dash. Carmelo right behind. Same with Kimbug right behind Rares. As coming off of turn 4, the moment we've all been waiting for on MCRN. It is white flag here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
K-Bug's got that huge run going over to Rares, but the Snowman Scheme Car's all the way on the outside. Dash trying to make him up, but there's Bubble. Bubble now 3 wide with K-Bug, but here's Carmelo, don't count him out yet. Carmelo gives the push to K-Bug. K-Bug has the run on Rares on the outside. K-Bug side by side with Rares. They're gonna stay side by side. Bubble looking to make it 3 wide. Prime gives him the push. Here we go, coming to the line, 3 wide. K-Bug edges them out. K-Bug is gonna win.
Let's go, race pick wins! Under the lights in Atlanta! Hey. Is there crashing right behind? Oh, Robloxian! Hard until they catch fence!
K-Bug, the underdog, he was not supposed to win this. He wasn't even supposed to be in this race. He comes out and wins in an amazing 3 wide finish with a huge wreck in the back, and Robloxian is definitely injured.
Kimbug, you did it! The Pound has won this race, his literal pit crew being a bunch of dogs.
What a finish. It's not official though, because we will still see what any official thing will say. I'm shaky. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow! What a race! What a finish!
3 wide at the end.
What a way to cap off the night. Wow. Unbelievable.
I'm gonna say, we'll see if we can get some interviews. We'll get interviews with the top 3 once it's official. Rare, as it looks like, has disqualified himself. Let's see if we can get K-Bug. Hold on.
Yo, we have an injury. We have an injury, bro. Look at Robloxian, bro.
Yeah, it looks like official with Robloxian. Robloxian is in the wall.
Yo, no, he's not injured, he's dead.
Alrighty, well,
There are some disqualifications coming because we were genuinely wrecking at the end, but there were some guys, as you could see, that just like hooked it straight into the wreck. I know one of those is Rares, and the other is Ewan. Ewan and Rares for sure purposefully wrecked at the end of that race. That will be disqualifications for both of them on the official results. Everybody else looks clean. For the most part, everyone else looks like they're trying to avoid the crash, go through the grass. So it looks like just Rares and Ewan will be disqualified from the race.
Okay. So, dang. But now that K-Bug is here, K-Bug, you won, but I'm not going to give the interview. We have a surprise guest to give the interview. Your D2 commentator, Ford. Give it away.
Yeah, so what a crazy finish for K-Bug. All the commentators were rooting for you. How did you get it done there at the end?
I got lucky restarting 5th, and then on the restart, I managed to get clear to the outside at some point. I don't really remember what happened at the end. I got clear and I just tried to rip the outside. Got a push from a Snowman Schemes truck, custom diecast truck.
Yeah. So when you got Atlanta in the truck series, you haven't won since the Rolex. You haven't won since the first Rolex 2.4. What does this win really mean to you?
Did he say something? I couldn't hear.
Good grief.
The last time you won was at the Rolex 2.4 at Daytona. So what does this win really mean for you?
Is Ford talking?
I don't know if he can hear you.
Your last win was at some Rolex something race.
No,
What does
no,
this
no.
win mean for you?
There you go.
Wait, okay, your last win was at the Rolex 2.4.
I'm not here.
Kimba, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your last one was at the Rolex 2.4. What does this win mean to you?
It means a lot. I've never won in an oval in this before.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. That's it. That's it. All right, let's go to one of the guys who lost. Or thank you, KM Bug, and congratulations on your win. You had all of us rooting for you. Next up is, and the last one we're gonna do is Bubble, who was unfortunately one of the people who lost in that 3-wide finish. Ford.
Okay, so Bubble, extend the points lead today. The championship battle is really looking in your favor right now. How was your take on that finish and the whole race as a whole? And I would really like a comment since last time we didn't get a comment from you. So yeah.
I think it was probably the most fun I've ever had in a Roblox race in a long time. Everybody at the finish there was awesome. We were all racing great. I want to shout out somebody in specific that could have ended the whole race, but decided to be pretty clean. And it was Reyes. He could have. I mean, I know he disqualified himself, but he could have blocked the whole outside lane and killed everybody on the backstretch, and decided not to. So props to him, and obviously Bug. Congratulations on the win. But yeah, I'm glad I got second because Reyes wrecking himself on purpose at the finish, disqualified. So I get second. So that's even better points for me. And my championship rival is, I believe, Ford, and you were not in this race, so.
And Loman.
And Loman, yes. I'm really extending the points lead.
Yeah, so how does this really carry the momentum into tomorrow where you're trying to extend your points lead again in the Nationwide series, but you're turn right tomorrow. So how do you feel going into that race?
I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm gonna be pretty fast. We're gonna do some test races tonight, though. You know, see everybody's pace overall before we do that race tomorrow. But I will say I think this carries more momentum into the next than anything, because the next two truck races are the same package that we ran here. Kansas and Las Vegas both race the same as here. So I think most momentum I'm gonna have is going into those races after being up front, leading laps.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, that was a great interview by Bubble, and I'll give it to the rest of the team.
That's all right. Whoa! What a day! What a race from all the drivers. Commentators, final thoughts, Sin.
Yeah, great race overall. Especially not even when we got the draft upgrade, but just the entire race. Just great racing all around by everyone. Very entertaining. Glad I could be a part of the booth with you guys for this race. It was definitely an honor. Definitely honored to have all of our drivers that just raced, and even all of our drivers that didn't race in the truck series, to be able to race under the lights every Thursday here on MCRN for Kimi's Racing Enterprise. So yeah, amazing race, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
We're not here.
I was really, I was only here for a little bit, but that was a fun race. Watching the end there, when I saw Ryder flipping in that finish, just the juice came right out of my mouth. I was just astonished, and honestly, I just can't wait for the next one. So yeah, I guess I'll see all of you on the flip side or whatever.
Whatever that could possibly mean. I honestly thank you, Marcus, for letting me commentate this one. It was an honor. I love Atlanta. Of course, I wish I could have raced it. Still would have probably gotten absolutely demolished. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, being able to commentate this race after seeing what it was, the photo finish, overall the entire quality after, you know, once we hit lap 75, everything just ramped up extremely quickly, and it was some classic Atlanta racing.
For sure. And that is it, guys, for Thursday Night Thunder, race number 4 at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Chevrolet 150. Cam Bug is your winner in an insane 3-wide finish. 2 flips had happened, potentially a third, and potentially a huge injury, Robloxian at the end. But that is it. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you next week. Tomorrow, Nationwide Series goes into Watkins Glen for the triple header. And we'll see you at 8 p.m. EST. That is it. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, goodbye.